Pisces. Thank you for joining me for your July 2020 energy read. If you are in the Northern Hemisphere, like I am, you are enjoying summer. So I hope that the weather is good wherever you are. So as we start off July now, you may feel a little bit reflective, a little bit introspective. You may feel a little bit scatterbrained. And that is because, or likely because, Mercury is still in retrograde through the 12th. And with Mercury, appearing like it's moving backwards for us, it does have that tendency to make us feel a little bit more introspective and reflective because it's having us focus on the past. Now, it can also make communication a little bit wonky. So if you're having trouble connecting to those Zoom meetings, it may be because Mercury's in retrograde, but not much longer. Again, it will station direct on the 12th of July. On July 5th, we have a lunar eclipse, and this eclipse is a Capricorn and Cancer combination. And we've had several of these eclipses, these combo Cancer Capricorn eclipses since 2018. This is the last one for a while. Because it is the last one for a while, you may find that you have some major revelation around the time of this eclipse, or the end of a chapter with some aspect of your life. Then later on in the month, we have a new moon in Cancer on the 20th, and that is a really good time for you to set your intentions with the universe. So if there is something that you have been wanting to bring forward, that you've wanted to set an intention, ask the universe for a little bit of help, that would be the time to do it there around that new moon on the 20th. Okay, so let's get started. So we are going to pick a card for the overall energy for you Pisces for the month. So we've got the Three of Wands. Now, what's something positive that my Piscean friends will experience in the month of July? We've got the Nine of Pentacles. What about romantic relationships or another significant relationship? What is in store for Pisces? So we've got the King of Pentacles. What about work or school? What is the work or school environment like for Pisces in July 2020? We've got the Ace of Wands. What about finances? What does the financial house look like for Pisces in July? The Six of Swords. And what might be a little challenging for Pisces for this month? What may seem a little bit challenging for Pisces in July? The Four of Pentacles. And then what is the advice universe for Pisces? How should they deal with their challenges in July? What advice can you offer them to help them navigate their path just a little bit more easily? The Nine of Wands. So, taking a look at these cards for general energy, you ended up with the Three of Wands. So Wands in tarot is associated with the fire signs, so it's got the energy of action and forward movement. The Three of Wands means it's a positive card. All that yellow in the background has a very positive connotation. It often means that your ship is coming in. You can see the man here in the card, taking a look out at the landscape, waiting for the ships to come in. So it may be that something positive that you've been waiting for comes through in July. If it's pertaining to work, it could be that you're able to step forward on another path relating to business and career. You may be able to form a new partnership, a new positive partnership with regards to work. With regards to relationships, it's just overall positive forward movement. So again, a nice positive card there for you for your general energy for July. Then something specifically positive, you ended up with the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is also a positive card. It's positive about money. So there should be hopefully some positive financial news coming in for you Pisceans in the month of July. It could be an actual increase of money, or it could simply mean just more financial stability for you. So it could be either one. Sometimes that is associated with a new job position, but not always. So it could go either way there, but overall a positive from a way of you feeling more secure and stable with regard to finances in the month of July. The next card has to do with a romantic relationship or another important relationship, and you ended up with the King of Pentacles. And this is another, so you've got 3 positive cards here in a row so far. Another positive card. The King of Pentacles is probably the most stable character, or one of the most stable characters in the tarot deck. So it means that you're going to feel, very grounded, very solid, very stable with regards to a significant relationship, maybe a romantic relationship, or maybe some other significant relationship that you have. The next card that comes up in relation to work or school. You ended up with the Ace of Wands, so you should have some positive forward movement in that regard too, which sort of echoes what came through here with the 9 of Pentacles. Aces are always representative of new beginnings, so you may end up in a new position again that seems to be echoed from that previous 9 of Pentacles card. If it is a new job position, it would be something that the universe is saying that it would be a positive move as far as positive forward movement along your path. So if you do get a job offer, you want to really strongly consider it, because there's a lot of positive energy for you with that regard in the month of July. With regard to finances, it looks like things are getting better too. So you're the best reading so far, Pisces. The 6 of Swords is all about moving into calmer waters, moving away from the roughness, the turbulence of the past. So you can see here that the waters were a little bit rougher, but they're moving into calmer waters. So if you've had a financial struggle or a few little bumps in the road financially, things should, you should start to notice a little bit of a separation from that difficulty here in the month of July. Things should be getting better. Now, one of the challenges for you for the month, though, is that you may be holding on too tight. The Four of Pentacles is a card about holding on too tight. So you may be concerned about finances, and you may be holding on so tight that you're stifling the flow of energy in your financial house. So it's just something to be conscious of. Of course, we want to be cautious when it comes to our finances and our financial house, but if we tend to hold on to the energy and not let the energy move and flow, it gets us stuck and it doesn't help us to move along positively on our path. Now, if this is with regards to a relationship, it's the same sort of general idea that you don't want to hold on too tight. You want to let the energy flow freely as it may in either situation. The next card that comes up is a very interesting card to get with regards to advice. So it is the Nine of Wands. Now you can see in the card the person looks a little exhausted. It's usually the card of signifying someone who's gotten to a point where they kind of have been through it. They're still standing, but they're exhausted. Now, in your case here, with it showing up in the advice position, it's saying that you should keep going on the path that you're on, because even though you may feel exhausted to some regard, you are still standing and it's gotten to you to where you are. But the universe wants you to be cautious. Continuation of what you're doing, but continuation of what you're doing in a very cautious manner. They're also saying that you may want to try to tackle the obstacles that you have to face in July alone. And that isn't always the advice, clearly, that comes from tarot. It often tells you to seek spiritual help or to seek the help of, a friend or a loved one. But that's not the advice that's coming forward with this one. This card here, you can see this person's sort of isolated themselves. And it's not that the universe is saying for you to isolate yourself. It's just saying that the best strategy would be to focus on you at this point and really focusing on moving it forward independently without being reliant or dependent on anyone else at this point. So I hope that you found that energy reading helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe so if we do these videos again, you can be notified of them in the future. But either way, I wish you a very, very blessed July. Take care.